Hello and welcome back to another physics AQA GCSE revision video. Today we'll be talking about the states of matter and how it connects all with the kinetic theory, which I'll explain later. So, what you need to know? Well, let's talk about, let's say, water. I'll get a white tank, and that's a really poorly drawn tank, but it's alright. And we have water inside it. Now, what state is the water? Well, assuming that you know this, which you probably should, water in its natural form, in room temperature, or in normal temperatures, between, I guess you can say 0.01 or, and, well, water is liquid as far as we know it. Or, well, water, basically just water is liquid, at room temperature. But we all also know that if we boil water, if we add heat to it, well, we have a diagram here. It says, well, if water is a liquid, we add heat to it, it turns into gas. And what that gas is, it's steam. So we also know that this represents steam particles. If we add heat to water, heat, it turns into steam. And that is a gas. Gas. But what if we cool it down or take away the heat or energy, as it would like to call it in this diagram? Remove. I'll put an X here to say remove heat or energy. Well, it turns into ice. I can try draw an ice cube. Turns into ice because it solidifies. As you can see, if you remove energy from a liquid, it turns into solid. And ice is a solid. It looks like solid, but it's solid. So these three, the liquid, gas, and solids, liquids, gases, and solids, they're the three states of matter, and they can change into each other by increasing the temperatures or decreasing the temperatures. So adding energy or removing energy. There is a fourth state of matter called I think it's plasma. And right. Sorry about that. There's a fourth state of matter called plasma, but we don't need to know about that. But let's just carry on. The exam board wants you to know basically about these three states and how it relates to heat. Well, how do we describe a state? Well, we can describe a state by its properties. And what properties does let's say we'll start with how about a solid? Well, wait, no, let's just how about we write down the properties first? Properties, well, the properties that we can define a type of state of matter with is flow, how well it flows, shape, volume, density, as well as you can say how much energy it has. So the flow of it will be how well it flows. The shape will be like how it holds its shape. And volume would be how much space it occupies. And density is how much of something there is in a certain given volume. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about a solid. So if we want, we can go back to the previous slide actually. We can rub all of that out Um, rub all of this out. Hopefully this is quite quick. You rub all that out, and let's write solid. Solid. And we want that in a red colour. Okay. So solid. Well, what's its? Well, we'll go back to here. Flow, shape, volume, and density. What is its flow? Well, it doesn't flow. It keeps its own shape. What is shape? Well, it's a shape. It's like you can say frozen at, but well, we all know that a solid can be any shape. Well, it can be any shape. What is volume? Well, the volume is the volume it occupies. Um, so a 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter cube would have a volume of 1 centimeter cubed. And then we have the density. So that would be how much atoms it is in a certain volume. So solids are dense. They're really dense compared to the other states of matters. Whereas if we have a liquid, so a liquid here, it's well, the flow, it can easily flow, but it can't like float around everywhere. Well, on Earth anyway. It can easily flow. The shape is the shape of the container it's in. The volume is how much volume it occupies again. Volume doesn't really need to explain that much. And the density, liquid would be less dense than solid because it's spaced out more. There's less of atoms or molecules in a given volume. Whereas for a gas, the flow it has tons of energy. It can literally, you can say, well, shoot off or move at faster speeds, and they're really spread out. So the density is not very much, and the shape is, well, depends if it's enclosed, then the shape would be it wouldn't really have a shape, but yeah. So we've described the states of matters and the properties. What about the energy? The way so how does energy link in? Well, everything has energy. My hand has energy, has heat energy. It's releasing heat. It's kinetic energy, which is all to do with movement. So, if we add heat to a matter, it increases kinetic energy. Well, its kinetic energy increases. That means it can move more. So, if we have a solid here, we add energy. We add thermal energy or heat energy. Well, a solid, solids, they already vibrate, but they have a given structure. They don't have as that much kinetic energy that they can vibrate and spread out and fly off from each other if you want. Because the pull between each atoms are too strong, and the kinetic energy can't. It's not strong enough to make. It's not strong enough, so the atoms are together. Whereas in the liquid, if we add heat energy, that transfers into kinetic energy, which means the atoms now have more energy and are less, you can say, bogged down or attracted to each other. Yeah, they're less attracted to each other because of the fact that the kinetic energy is greater than the pulling force between each atom, so they have more freedom, can flow easier, which is why liquids can flow. And then if we give even more energy to that, and it turns into a gas, it has loads of energy, and it can basically just, well, because they have loads of energy, it will heavily, like, far outweigh the pull between the gases, and they will fly. I don't want to say fly off, but it's literally what happens. They will fly off from each other. So yeah, and the process when something changes state is a physical change, or yeah, physical change, not a chemical change or chemical reaction. It's a physical reaction. Yeah. So that's basically all there is to it. We've already said that solids vibrate with little energy and have a fixed structure. Liquids, because they have more energy, they don't have a fixed structure, they can flow. Whereas gases have tons of energy, they can fly off everywhere. Um, that's all there is for this lesson. Keywords, I guess, would be solid, liquid, gases. Um, you can say energy and kinetic energy, which is how much movement energy there is. Matter, key phrase, states of matter. And I think that's all there is. If there's any words you don't understand, be sure to ask in the comment section below. If there's anything you don't understand, ask as well. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to this channel for more revision videos. I understand that I may not explain things too clearly, and I'm working on that. I'm improving slowly, I guess. Um, and I hope to get better. So yeah. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, comment, subscribe as I said, and I'll see you guys next time.